Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz. So we are back with Empires of the Undergrowth, as I have said several times, so hopefully you have clicked. I'm in Australia over Christmas, so rather than continuing to try to do frontline on insane and probably fail miserably for another 8 or 9 times because it is insane, I said we'd go back to the harvest. Not that. We're not going to do that. We're going to go there. We're going to go back to the harvest. We're going to drop the difficulty down to medium just to try and make our lives a little bit easier. And we're going to try to take out the enemy queen. The only issue I can actually see with this is us collecting too much food. That's what I think might be the problem. So we're going to try and take out the queen. Something I've not managed to do before, something I've not really tried to do before, so we'll see how it goes. You'd like to think I'd absolutely smash this, because, you know, had a fair bit of practice at this now. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our workers over here. Nope, we're going to restart that because I used all my food up and I didn't make any leaf store or waste. It was a terrible start, that's what that was. Wow. We're going to do that again, we're going to dig up there. We are going to make young queen has successfully 3 her first daughters workers. Litter of the rainforest floor. The nutritious fungus she fed them as larvae is now dwindling. We're going to make if they don't find food quickly. 3 leaf store there. We're going to turn this into, I can't remember the exact layout I used for the successful insane attempt. But I think it was something like that. They've all got eggs down, haven't they? So we're going to move that group over there. They're going to go out and start getting some food. Workers could lead any number of deadly jungle creatures. We'll start that digging out because we're going to need to get some waste down very soon. And luck on their side. The workers have located a patch of young seedlings. So at the moment there's only one enemy, which is over there. Look, this just seems like it's a dream, doesn't it? Just not having a huge amount of stuff around immediately. So they are going, again, I don't think we want them to go to the middle. It might not matter as much, but I'd really rather they didn't go to the middle. So not eaten directly. So another jumping spider has spawned over there. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. Cultivate a nutritious fungus. We shall make 3 waste store up there. We'll put down another leaf store. In fact, no, we won't, because we're going to start making some workers. This will become... Oops. This is medias, isn't it? I'm trying to remember. And then we put mages in the middle. I think that's how it was, wasn't it? I'm keeping an eye on that spider there. I'd really rather he didn't get involved. We'll make a couple more of these. The ants' activities outside the nest have not gone unnoticed. They are being watched. So he is paying a little bit of attention. Obviously, we'd really rather he didn't get involved. We'll have to see how that goes. So we want to get 12 workers. That's what we normally do, isn't it? So we'll get a couple more workers down. As soon as they've done that and moved the eggs over, we'll move this over to the gathering group. So what did we do? We did 12 workers, 24 medias, and then a couple of majors. I can't remember. Is the medias we put up here? And then we put separate majors. I mean, it really wasn't that long ago, but apparently I've already forgotten. We are going to want to dig that out at some point, so we'll start doing that. I'm sure it was media sort of... Oh no, was that a food store? I've started the food store now, but I think that was what we'd used as the food store. And then it was medias all in the middle, wasn't it? That's what it was. So let's bring these guys back, because we're about to build enough to beat those in terms of numbers. So the leaf store will just extend from there up there, and then we'll start building the medias in the middle. Once we get to that stage, of course, we need to do a few more workers yet. So that jumping spider has sodded off, which is nice. So they're up to 12 now. So I'm going to increase the size of the leaf store. Might as well dig that bit out. So yeah, we'll do the leaf store up there, and then the majors will be over there. And then can I do another row there? I think I can get away doing another row there. I'm going to do it, not that bit. If we do open up, then we'll just have to restart pretty much, but I'm pretty sure we can get away with... Oh, we did an extra one there. Okay, that's fine. We'll do an extra one. So we have all 12 of those. We're going to start on our medias now. Oh, they are 80. I thought they were 60 for some reason. They are 80. I'm an idiot, apparently. We almost have enough for our first. There's the first one. Beautiful. I do feel like I've forgotten everything. I feel like... Oh, I've moved them, but they're actually not done there. It really wasn't that long ago, was it, that we did it? But yeah, I do feel like I'm way behind on the tactics. Dig that little one out as well. May as well do that as well, actually. As long as there's a bit of a gap up there, that's all we really need.
The most accessible leaves are located to the north of the nest entrance. However,
I didn't pay attention, but the enemy's gone to this. They haven't gone right over to the edges, which is where we'd prefer they would go.
The two colonies in direct competition with one another.
But I'm not sure if there's a direct link between the food the enemy gathers
and which will submit to the unforgiving law of the...
and the number of ants they have, or if they always have the same number of ants and the food doesn't actually get used to generate anything. They do have a proper nest, so you'd like to think they are linked to the same rules as everyone else, but you never know. So let's put our medias in the gather group, otherwise they are doing very little. Our food waste is starting to get a little silly. So let's start building some more of these. I'm going to do them in stages just to try and save our workers from having to run across it. I'm going to leave that one empty, and that should help the food, the waste reduction. Still a bit of food there until we have to move them over. So we have a nice, relatively empty nest now, which is nice. And we know that we can dig over here. This area here is pretty free. Might as well get them digging out this area. Let's not do that. Actually, I'm not too sure if that goes all the way there. And then we could also make... It's over here. I think we made some more majors before, didn't we? Enough food to get another media down. Let's do that. I don't know exactly when we're going to attack the enemy. I think we'll probably try and clear the middle out, and then maybe we'll just go straight from there. Time we've done that, we should have a fairly sizable force. So this plant here is now dead, so we'll move them across to the next one. We have enough food to get another media, so we'll get that down. They don't seem to have many forces, do they? They've got one major wandering around, but compared to the starts from the Insane, which I obviously saw a few times back in the day, it seems like the map's almost empty. The issue we're going to have really, I suppose, they shouldn't clear areas too fast at all, should they? Because they just don't have the numbers to really do it. So I'm going to get this media here down, and I think as soon as they've laid that egg, or moved that egg there, which is just coming now, I'm actually going to move that over to the gather group, because just want to get food in as fast as possible, whilst keeping an eye on this annoying little spider. He's keen, he's looking. Ah, he's ran away, the chicken. Yeah, so if those 7, if they just get one little bit of leaf, that's all we can really ask for. So the first day is over. The enemy, it seems, has made... I mean, they've got more food than us, but they've got a few more ants, I suspect, to start with. But they haven't really made that much of a dent in either of these, have they? We have pretty much cleared out this area next to the base. I know they can't put that down straight away, but it is there for when they do get back in. And we'll see how many enemies come out during the evening, really. I'd like to start clearing this middle bit and working up there. But we have a giant harvestman there who's going to be a little bit of a problem for our forces as they stand. Our 6 meteors, I think, will struggle to take out a giant harvestman. There's a little one there. He might not be too much of a problem. So maybe we'll head over to the left, although there is something else that's just generated. There's only another little one, though. Another harvestman there. Doesn't look like it's going to give us any crickets this first evening, just harvestmen. Oh, we've got lots of food in store. So let's start getting down a few more meteors. We probably should start thinking about getting some more leaf store down as well, so let's do that. But let's just fill that up, just so we know we have enough. I can't remember if we always used to do the 3rd row, if we left that for majors, but we'll make do, I'm fairly confident I'll manage to do this. We have almost caught up to them, though. They're only a little bit ahead of us. I don't know if we start overtaking them, if they immediately start sending forces afterwards, or if that still waits for the latter days. Let's get rid of all these little hints and tips. Don't think we need those anymore. Well, I'd like to think I didn't need them anymore. But you never know, I suppose. Enough for another media. How much are we trying to get up to? We're trying to get up to 24. What are you up to now? That's 10. How are we doing over here? They're largely done. Well, there's a little bit up here for us to clear, so we'll send them up here. I don't know if we're going to get the trapjaw ants. I was going to say spiders. The trapjaw ants coming out anytime soon. There's only a little one over there, so I'm tempted. Let's turn their attack off. Let's send the 2s over there. So we have to walk a little bit further for our food now, which is obviously a little bit of a disadvantage. But they have both wandered away, so we've actually got a little bit luckier with RNG there, which is nice. I've literally just recorded the previous attempt at Frontline on Insane, where RNG was not our friend. Not our friend in the slightest.
To a wandering
Has it?
Harvestman. Its long, slender legs keep its vulnerable body elevated high above the leaf litter.
I don't think it did.
It can release strong-smelling odors to deter other predators.
I think it wants to, but
needed to drive this striding
keeps getting pushed back by the numbers we seem to have. That's what it seems to be happening. Oh, it's just... Well, I thought about coming close and then it ran away again, actually. It's going to come in now, though, because now it's got nothing much to deal with over there. But this media's going to come and give it a bit of a kick in, hopefully. And then this one, as it comes down, will do the same. And we should have a little force of medias on the way over. Yeah, there they come. Now, I'd rather not have to deal with it, but as it's there, we'll take it out. And this one has just come over now, but we've already got a little group of medias there, so hopefully take him out fairly quickly. I wonder how many times they drop their legs and run. Like, can you have like one just hobbling around on 2 legs? Or after 2 legs, does it then just sort of give up and leave you alone, or just keep fighting until it dies?
Leaf cutters aren't the only ants nearby. Whilst the 2 atta colonies joust for territory, Odontomachus bowery trapjaws roam the clearing. They can be found hunting alone or in
yep, we just had some trapjaws come in, but
vertebrates to take back to their nest.
The media's made fairly short work of it, really.
Their targets, exerting 300 times their body weight in a single blow.
So once they've cleared this one here, I think I'm going to start working up the middle, and then if we can clear this bit down here in the day, in the night, in the evening I'll try and get up there. That's what I'm thinking. That's my plan. get another media down. What are we up to now? 17 that's going to make? You got a few buddies to come and help him because he's going to struggle on his own, I think. Oh, he got distracted by that leaf. Do I want it that close? I might leave a little bit of a gap there just in case. So, we're still a fraction behind, but not very much at all. About 200. I think they are slightly expanding that gap, but not by any... Oh, sorry, hit the microphone. Not by any major amount. That's now out, isn't it? So, let's start heading up here. I'm going to leave this one here as our little emergency one again. That's the plan. And the ones are also out of food, are they? No, there's a little bit left for the ones. So we'll leave the ones there. Oh, in fact, it's the... Oh, there is a little praying mantis there. So maybe actually I'll start sending them over this side. There's 39 food the ones have left behind, actually. Let's see if we can get a few of them over there still while the twos come over here. I'd rather avoid... We could almost definitely... I know we could take out that little praying mantis. That wouldn't be a problem at all. But I think while there's other uncontested food sources, why not go for those first, right? How much are they taking? So that's going to be the end of that. Let's move them away from there. Did I turn off? I turned off their food gathering. Why did I turn off their food gathering? Oh, to try and get them onto the other one. It's a little bit of a pain, a little bit of a mistake from us there.
Has arrived, and the creatures of the night.
Yeah, they're about almost 300 ahead of us now, so they are creeping ahead.
However, the objectives of the day remain unchanged. Locate vegetation, defend supply lines, and process leads.
So we only need a couple more
time for rest.
Medias until we start looking at getting a couple of majors. Ideally, I think we would have had the majors done that first night. I think that would have been the plan. But we should get some leaf in very fast now, when they're generating such a close food source. So I'm sort of trying to get out there. So we have enough for a couple more medias, and then we'll start working on the majors up here. And they really should rinse this plant in no time at all. I might start sending the ones down to these smaller leaf sources, while the medias take care of that. We've already got enough for our first major, look. And not far off our second one. What's that? Is that a little piddly jumping spider? That's a little piddly jumping spider. So we've actually overtaken the enemy now. So we'll have to keep an eye and see if they do generate a force to try and hold us up a little bit. Yeah, as I thought, our forces are just destroying this plant. We've actually got enough for our second major. So I'm going to continue emptying out this side area before we go up the middle, I think.
The leaf cutters have raised their first major ant.
Yes, they have.
The head is filled with muscle to power its crushing jaws.
I think I'm going to get a couple more majors before we do more medias. So we'll get to 4 majors.
Champion warrior will make a fine
we need to be a little careful we don't actually make too much leaf, because if we get too much and win, then that's going to go badly for us. So you need to have, or what I really need to do actually,
this expert solo hunter combines extreme agility with
upgrade all of that.
Vision, allowing it to pounce.
Should probably upgrade our
prey with pinpoint accuracy.
What does that mean? Why is that minus? I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. I guess because it's too close to the waist, but that is a new one on me. How are we doing? Yeah, as I thought, they've actually ran out of food there. So let's start sending them up there. There is a little leaf cutter up there, but we've got a fairly sizable force now, so I don't care too much. We've left a little bit over here, have we? There's a tiny little bit of like 5 food and another bit there, but they're actually going to get that on the way, so that's fine. So let's get one more major down, and then we'll start working on the medias again. Let's go back to our upgrades. Yes, we can upgrade those. Let's upgrade a couple more of the waste stores. Is that going to give us... That'll give us that one, which will give us that one, which will give us that one, which will give us that one, which should give us that one. So yeah, we will get a couple more upgrades out of this as well. I know they're getting poisoned as they go in there to do this, but that's the way it goes. Unfortunately, we need this faster waste reduction mechanism. So if we can get as many 3s as possible.
Young leaf mimic praying mantis.
Again, I'm not sure it did.
In range, its long
I'm not sure it did. I think it just
can ensnare and impale victims with lightning.
Well, it could have been that one, couldn't it? Could have been that one. Okay. But we've got a few medias coming up. Oh, that one's actually come and annoyed us now as well. That one's already dead. I'll try and ignore that one. Hopefully he'll just wander back. No, he's going to go right into the middle. Okay. Fair enough. Let's upgrade a few more of those. Let's upgrade a couple more of these where we can. That'll give us this one, which will give us this one. And you can see our waste is actually fine now, so I'm not going to touch any more. We can make a whole bunch more medias. And we're going to steal this food from out underneath the enemies. And where are we? We're actually, yeah, we're like 600 ahead of the enemy ants now. We are steaming forward. I'm wondering whether we need to look at doing majors a bit faster. Because we're going to probably need a bit more of a major force to take out the enemy queen. And again, we don't want to... When we get to like 9,000, we're going to have to turn off our food gathering. So by that point, we're going to want a lot of food in store.
The ants must fight.
So I might actually make a couple more majors now. The only reason we used to get a couple of majors and then focus on medias was because we needed that force to take out the enemies that were around. But we just don't have those enemies. We don't have many insects to worry about. So it's not much of a concern for us. I'm wondering about the best way to take out the queen as well. I was just wondering whether we should maybe... Is it worth like harassing some enemies over here, running away so she sends a big force and then going in? But then that means you've got a huge force coming behind you. Once they give up and come back in, they're going to just come into your rear lines, aren't they? So do you want that? There's a couple of trap jaws. Notice I haven't called them lockjaws so far. I've been very careful about that. We'll try and get rid of those as quick as possible because they are going to just wander straight past the nest otherwise. So we're trying to get up to the 40 medias again. I think that was our sort of previous target. That's got up to 36, 37, 38, 39. In fact, we'll just fill that up with 41. We may as well, seeing as we've got that extra little space there. We've got quite a lot of leaf store available. If I can get more, if I can get some more upgrades. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit more. Can't get much more than that though because of this, which again I've never seen before, so it's very very interesting. So we are destroying the leaves that are up in this upper area, absolutely rinsing through them with our forces now, which I guess is pretty much what you'd expect. We have a fairly sizable force to take care of it all. So we can get a few more medias down. 7, 8. No, we're going to do all of it anyway, weren't we? So we're going to do that one more media. And then we'll work on getting some majors. We're going to need to build another little major. Should we do that bit as majors? It's closer to that then, isn't it? Maybe we will do this bit as majors. Normally this is the continuation of the medias, but maybe we'll focus on getting more majors down. Did I get that last one? No, there it is. And we've actually already got enough to get another major down, look. So where are we now? We are 1,400 ahead of the enemy. We are doing quite nicely here. We are going to need to upgrade some majors, I think. So maybe we'll use, rather than making a huge major force, maybe we'll just get all these down. What's that? 8, 9, 10, 11, that'll be 12. But then it's not a very good area to upgrade them, is it? So maybe we'll start... I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do, actually. I'm really hoping I actually manage to do it first time. If I have to do this a few times, because as I mentioned in the front line video previously, time is a little short at the moment. It is 3:10 on Sunday. I have got today pretty much to record as much as possible. And this is only the second video I've done so far today, because the front line video took me a little bit of time. Just a little bit of time. Can I upgrade any of them as they are? I might get a couple of upgrades down actually then. Alright, so how are we doing? We've got a lot of waste again. Well, it's going down fairly fast. I don't suppose I can upgrade. I can upgrade one more, which means I could do another one. I might get those down actually then. And now we've got a bit more of a sizable major force. The leaf we're bringing in is quite rapid. Where's our... Oh, there's our second marker up there. So we're up to 6,500 food already. Don't go too far, little dude. Go do that one. Yeah, I'm sure... I don't know if that's new or something, but I don't remember seeing it before. So if we do have to do it again, we will make a bit of an effort to not have anything within two
cloak of darkness, velvet worms,
two
bush
tiles.
and harvestmen emerge from their hiding places. Any ant straying from the relative safety of the trail will likely meet with an unfortunate end.
I think we'll probably be okay, mate, but thanks for your concern. So yeah, let's just try and get this bit here filled up. We're up to 7,000 food almost collected. What's this? Oh, it's just a little bit of leaf there. It must be where they got attacked by something. What's that that's just spawned up there? There's a cricket up there. He's staying out of the way for now, he said as he starts wandering down towards the base. Do we need to make more waste store? Oh, is that cricket? It is that cricket. Let's get that cricket gone.
A Paracanthus varius bush cricket has spotted
I'm going to turn off their foraging. I turned off their attack though.
Are adorned with sharp protruding.
It's only a little one. We should absolutely smash through him.
60 degrees of protection and turning its substantial forelegs into a pair of dead.
There he goes, all dead.
This spiny devil will not easily be deterred.
He says as he goes down. So that thing's already annoyed us once. Let's get that final one down. So that gives us up to 12. I'll try upgrading those a little bit, hoping they'll start really getting rid of some of that waste. Does upgrading generate waste? I don't know. Hope not. There's a large harvestman there. I'd like to avoid that if we could, but I don't think we're going to be able to any reasonable way. Oh, I turned there. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's going to really annoy A. Carlo. I'm so sorry, A. Carlo. It is the thing I am most guilty of in this game, is being an idiot with that. Waste is definitely going up still, so I think upgrading might generate more waste. Which is a bit of a shame, but I don't really know what... There are what in the where? So they've gone over to the far side now. So I think once we've got rid of this pesky intruder in the nest, who's going to be very annoying. There he goes. I might go for my emergency food over here, because that's actually quite close. And we've largely used up all of this food anyway. Let's just add the ones to that group for now, just to get them down there. And then turn off their attack. There's a few trapjaw ants have arrived just over here. Should be able to take care of those fairly easily. We're very close to filling up on waste, aren't we? I'd rather not have to make another waste store, but I might have to. So we're pretty much devastating this one, aren't we? Let's move those markers out of the way so I can actually see how much food is there. 83 food left there. Yeah, not much at all. So we're going to get to get a couple of level 3s, but just the 2, I think. Where now, boys? Where now? Where now indeed? Let's try and sneak over here and steal some of this food from the enemy ants. They're going to take a little while to get down there. So if we can get some in the meantime, that would be great. There's not much left up here at all, is there? No, I think I am going to have to do something about the waste. So let's make another waste store over here.
The ants will fight to the death.
What are we fighting? A few trapjaws, that'll be fine. And something that must already be dead, because, oh yeah, a couple of those little pesky critters. Yeah, our waste is just hovering too much around the same, and I really want us to start getting... I want to get that empty, because I want to try and get some food... Well, food in stock, I was going to say, but actually... We are really close to 9,000, so we're getting to the point where we can't really do much more. So we'll let them gather some of this, but then we're going to have to turn off their leaf gathering at some point very soon. Because we can't actually run the risk of winning the game by leaf. Which sounds ridiculous, but here's what it is. Oh, it's not what I wanted to do. Let's get at least one of these. In fact, we'll be able to do that one as well, which should allow us to do that one. We'll get that one up to level 2 as well. Keeping an eye on our leaf stock. So yeah, our waste is starting to trickle down quite fast now, which is what I wanted. Hopefully someone's going to go and upgrade this any moment now. Did I not say to... I did say to upgrade it. Where's one of our little workers? Might bring those guys back in. Some more trapjaws have arrived down there, but they're not going to last very long.
The hillside atta colony is falling behind. With their demise at hand, they have no choice but to strike back at their opponent.
So because we've hit 9,000, they're going to start generating a relative force to try and take us out, but it's not going to do much good. We've got a little bit of leaf in store, so I don't mind using up some with upgrades. So I'm going to go and meet these guys head on. And then I'm going to press on towards their base, I think. Where is everyone? Are they still bringing... Oh, there we go. So some of them are still bringing some leaf back. So maybe I was a little bit presumptuous with pressing into them. So that allows us to do that one, which allows us to do that one. So we'll see how this goes. We've got a fairly chunky force. 40 medias, 12 mages, and a few fully upgraded mages as well. I want to try and get these upgraded before we press on. Can't really do much more. Do that one, do that one, do that one. Yeah, it's not going to allow us to get... We will do this one.
As the sun rises over the treetops above,
and that's gonna be about it, isn't it?
Invertebrates emerge once again to replace their nighttime.
So let's turn the leaf gathering off, because I've just realised they've been doing that the whole time.
All must be risked for the harvest.
And then we will stand here. Wait for a little few of our forces to come in. There's a little bit of food going back, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not going to be enough to push us over the edge. And then we're just going to go for it. Not quite yet, actually. We're going to wait for our forces. I got a little bit excited. Oh, and they're still going for it. Okay, we're going to go for it. Check to make sure. Yeah, no other upgrades we can do there. So is 40 medias and 12 majors, some of which are upgraded, enough? Is it enough? We're just going to press on straight towards the queen. They do have a lot of ants. I think a number of our forces are stuck outside still, dealing with these, which is a little bit of a pain. We are slowly pressing through, but they are going to be generating these majors behind us from this annoying little spawn point they have. The little cheat hole, as I call it. Just carry on pressing forward if we can. There's a few more on their way. So they're going to get held up by those majors to start with. There are a lot of ants actually, aren't there? I don't know if we've got enough. We've got a lot more coming in though. We are bottlenecked though, and there's a couple more majors being sweet. So these guys are all being held up by these annoying majors. We do have a fairly constant stream of forces on the way in as they're being killed. They don't have much leaf in store. Yeah, a bunch of ours have got held up here by this little nest area, unfortunately. So they're not really involved in the fight. We've got a few more majors coming in. So really it's just a game of attrition, isn't it? You just have to hope that you run out of, well, they run out of food before you do, because they definitely have more ants, but our majors are holding them off quite nicely. But we're definitely losing at the moment. We've used up about half of our food. There was a good chunk of time there where we didn't lose any ants. But we've got a lot more coming in behind now.
Another squad of leafcutter majors are inbound. The hillside atters must gain control.
Oh, so they've just spawned over here, have they? Yeah. So it might be worth waiting before going before 9,000. That means. So I might try and hold our reserve forces, which are coming off a little bit, because yeah, everyone's died inside. So I might try and. And they've sent a huge force to go get some leaf, actually, which we could really do with getting in there as soon as possible. We are almost out of food. Yeah, these cheap spawns they get are a bit of a problem, so maybe if we hold off before 9,000, that would be best. Problem is now, of course, we're going to go in there again, but they've got this little force here which is going to sweep in behind us as soon as they've got some leaf. So we're going to try pressing forward to their queen again straight away, and we'll see what happens, but it might be this is actually going to take us a couple of attempts. So I thought I was only going to do one video over the Christmas period, but maybe we'll need to do two. Maybe more majors, too many medias, not enough majors. So we've got quite a lot of ants in there. We are completely out of food now, though, so this is all we have. They are out of food, the enemy, but they're about to have a little additional force sweeping from behind. So we're going to be pincer movement in, which is going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do this, are we? Interesting. Yeah, so we're now trapped between two forces. Interesting, because we can't get any more food. We don't have the option of getting any more food. It just isn't something we can do. I'm wondering whether staying below 9,000 is sensible. We're down to 23, 22 attackers now. Another swarm of mages have just come into us though, and I don't think we've got enough mages. We've only got 7 mages left. They definitely have more than that. Plus they're going to be generating some more in the background, I guess, at some point. Is that another one that's going? There's a couple more mages coming there, yeah. So we are down to 4 mages and that's it. So we're definitely going to lose this. Interesting. Not as easy as I might have thought. Interesting. Now, unfortunately, I'm sure you're all going to have lots of sensible ideas on what I can do better, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to record the next one immediately after this, so I'm not going to have any time to see that. So I'm going to give this another go, so do bear in mind that the next video is going to be straight after this and I'm not going to know what you've told me that I've done wrong, so apologies if I make any of the same mistakes again. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do click the like button, it's massively appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Questions and comments down below. As I said, I'm away over the Christmas period, so I'll be even worse at replying to comments over that time. So just do bear that in mind. The streams will resume at some point in January. I am back on roughly the 6th of January, but I don't know if there's going to be a stream on the 8th. I don't think I'm going to be in a position where I can do that, so they'll probably resume on the 15th. And if that's not a Wednesday, whatever the date is, that's the Wednesday that's closest to the 15th. So hopefully I'll see you there. Otherwise, I will see you next time in Empires of the Undergrowth. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.